Alrighty traders, so today I want to share with you the next sector I believe that is set for an incredible move to the upside. And I believe we're just building a bit of an energy, a bit of a base behind it before we start to see the next move. So let's get straight into it, guys. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, so let me share that with you. So one thing I'm seeing, just a quick little update across the markets right now, guys. Stock market right now for the next few months is probably going to be a bit shaky, but I do believe there's going to be a lot of, I believe we're set for some really big moves, especially towards the election and especially after the election. Moving on now through to one of the main sectors I believe is going to have an incredible move, especially after the election, okay? Because when the election comes, they are going to print a lot of money. When the next recession comes, they're going to print a lot of money, okay? So they're going to print a lot of money on the next recession. That's going to create a massive boom in the inflation rate, okay? So the inflation rate is going to have I believe what we're seeing right now is going to be a repeat of the 70s. Now, what happened in the 70s? The 70s actually had two inflationary spikes. One towards the start, and then the second spike, which was a lot bigger, which was the second half of the 70s. I believe we're going to see that again, okay? So the inflationary rate through there. On the back of that next inflationary spike, and that's where, guys, it's so important. If you make sure right now, guys, you are really trying to knuckle down and trying to get a good understanding of this thing called trading. If you're serious about this, stop trying to guess, stop trying to get it right, stop trying to be lucky, stop trying to be smart, okay? Remember, trading is all about technical analysis and chart patterns. Trading the markets has nothing to do, and I see some people talk about this, has nothing to do with the inflationary report, the economics, all that sort of stuff. Because if you're gonna, how can you trade that? You cannot actually trade that, okay? So if you ever see people talking about saying, "Oh, John, he doesn't talk about economics and inflation, so on and so forth," because that's how you don't trade the market based off that, right? You trade the market off a repeatable system that you trade the same thing day in, day out, and that repeatable thing is how you generate an income. You don't generate an income from an economic report, right? From an economic report. Because how can you use that to repeat that for the rest of your life? You can't, right? Because, and you know yourself, right? Even if there is a good economic or bad economic, whatever, right? Is that we never know. There's no probability of an outcome out of the market. So within your trading, it's so important that we use technical analysis as a roadmap. And all I really say is that trading the markets, not investing in the markets, but trading the markets is about just using technical analysis, charts, patterns, and repeating that through the rest of your life, right? And for me, guys, it's the same thing every single day. It's nothing new. The same setup I'm looking for today, it's the same setup that I used to trade gold. Same, right? So the next shoe to drop out of all of this here is what I believe is going to be the energy sector. The next sector to make an incredible boom is going to be the energy sector. So let's have a look through here and let me show you what I'm saying through here. So the energy sector has been doing something similar to gold. Now let me show you this here. So if I show you gold through here, so this is gold, the good old gold chart, and look what happened through here, right? Gold did what? Gold did absolutely nothing for quite a bit of time, right? So nothing for quite a bit of time. Now, what is actually going on right now? Now, guess what? We're starting to see a nice breakout, and now we're starting to what? This is now starting to trend. For a while there, we really weren't doing much, right? It was just going sideways. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. When we are looking at the markets, there's repeatable patterns out there, right? There's repeatable systems out there. You know what's so funny, guys? You know what's so funny? I read something recently on the internet about me, right? And one person was saying, John's system does work, but it's not enough to make good money on. Hang on a minute. If a system works, If a trading system works, then you can make good money from it. How does that not work? Anyway, so the energy sector, the XLE, the energy sector here, right, guys, check this out. Look what's happening here. We're doing what? Something really similar to what gold did, right? So we did nothing for all this time. So really the market has just done this here for almost 2 years. And now look what's happening. Now we're just starting to see this market starting to break out. So we can see this a very big strong break to the upside. And now we're getting a pullback to retest this level through here. And if I zoom right in, guys, look at this here, right? Look at this level through here. This is where it gets pretty cool, right? This is where it gets pretty cool. I love this. So the $92 level, right? The $92 level right now is indeed a major resistance, and now it's becoming support. If indeed this does hold, right? If indeed we do hold here and we spend a bit of time through here, we could be getting ready for a really, really, really big move to the upside. Now, let me show you. I'm going to go back to gold here for a minute, the GLD, or even just the actual gold price. And check this out. Here's something really similar, zoomed in a little bit more, but something really similar, but the same, right? Look at this here. So, resistance, breaks up, comes back down, finds support, big move, right? See that? Resistance, breaks up, same thing, right? See, it's the same thing. I'll tell you right now, guys, some of you guys are trying to be too smart, right? Some of you, oh, but John, what about the economic data and the economic report? Remember, guys, if you want to make good money from trading, it's about not being smart. What I mean by that is that just have one pattern that you believe in that can get a high win-loss ratio. And yes, right? Yes, there are patterns, there are systems out there that when it produced can get over a 90% success rate. You can get over a 90% success rate in trading a system, a pattern. Now, the system may not turn up all the time. You might not get a trade every day. You might not get a trade every week. There might be a few weeks or maybe a month where you might have no trades, right? But throughout the year, yes, there are patterns, there are system setups that when they do appear, you can get over a 90% success rate, meaning 90% of the trades make at least some form of profit. That is true. In fact, I test anyone out there that if you actually know my stuff out there, if you test it out there, and we get what I call an A quality setup. When all my rules are met, over 90% of the time, it's going to generate some form of a profit. Now, I say some, it could be a small profit for a few days, or it could be a big profit for 5 or 6 weeks, right? So I test anyone out there, right? If you think I'm full of shit, right? Check out my stuff, and if you follow my rules to the T and find what I call an A quality setup, put it this way: when you find what I call an A quality setup in my trading rules, and if you like to learn that setup, the first thing in the description. Here's the thing: when you find an A quality setup, it's hard to find a trade that doesn't make a profit when it meets all the rules, right? You got to understand all my rules first, right? So you got to understand that, and yes, you can do that. Now, the hard thing is most people can't achieve a 90% success rate. Because guess what? They start to trade all these other different systems and so on and so forth. The discipline is on you there, right? So check this out here. Resistance, and now becomes support, right? So look at this here. So we have that support level through there. Now, if I go back to the XLE, see, that's the same little thing, right? It's the same thing. Same, right? And this is where, guys, people are like, oh, but John, I need to check the commitment trading report to see what that's doing. Don't waste your time, right? Don't waste your time, right? Resistance becomes support. Because remember, guys, similar patterns, cause and effect. The similar patterns, which is the cause, and the similar effect, which is the result. Similar pattern produce similar results. So I wonder what could be happening soon. Now, there's no guarantees of that, but if you understand the way that I trade, that we could be getting ready for something like this to come real soon. Now, it may not be now. We may spend another month going sideways before next big move. But as you can see, right, guys, look at this here. As you can see that we have been squeezing up, and this is here. Traders, this here is the next market to what I believe is going to make the next big move. Okay, so be careful, be watching out for this one here, just like I did with the gold trade. Hey. Remember the gold trade, right? I'm going to go back to GLD here for a minute. Why? Because as you guys know, I'm looking at the weekly chart here. Let's go back to the daily chart here for a minute. This is the daily chart. As you guys know, through all of the first couple of months of this year, I was saying, traders, get ready, because there could be a good entry signal, right? Now, yes, I have my rules that I have, so it's important to follow rules. And also, I have my exact entry candle I'm getting on. If I'm looking at the XLE, which this could be what? This could be, say, traders, guess what? Hello, over here, right? This could be what? That next big move, that next big trade, right? Now, by the way, guys, you don't need too many of these trades for you to do really well, okay? Here's the thing, guys. Whenever I say this here, I still need my systems, I still need more of my rules met, and I need my exact entry candle. I'm not just going to buy XLE right now myself. No, I'm not into XLE right now. I need to wait for my precise entry candle. Until I get my precise entry candle off the back of my setup, I'm not going to trade it, right? We need to be patient there. So anyway, traders, this is the next market to what I believe is going to make the next big move. It may just be building a little bit of a fuel right now, a bit of a base right now, like gold did for a few months before we get that big move up.